Hey everyone, welcome to Aniki, the podcast about animes with two brothers. I'm Ben.
I'm Tako.
Taco? What kind of taco?
Taco. Like an octopus.
Taco Tuesday? Taco?
No.
Taco Via?
No. Like an octopus. I just told you. Like takoyaki. Taco. Not taco or taco, but taco.
Fair.
Because there's an octopus in this episode, and also you see some of our good friends making takoyaki at some point. Though I think that's episode 12, not episode 11. But whatever.
It's all the same. It's all the same One Punch.
Yeah, there's I'm just gonna call him Scaramouche, and he's a giant blue taco man.
Oh yeah,
He does the fandango.
Yes.
Right? Fandango. Whatever. He psychics and then dies. Spoilers. Spoiler. He does not actually die in a punch.
He doesn't.
It's one of those rare occasions.
So, do you have any anime news this week?
Well, why don't we start with yours, since we already know what yours is, which is you are playing Valhalla.
That's right. I got Valhalla because as of this recording, although not when it comes out probably, it is part of the Humble Bundle.
Oh, that is true. It is. It's part of the overwhelmingly good.
Yes. So I got it for
Humble
significantly cheaper than during the Steam sale back in December.
Yeah, it's very good. I would call it overwhelmingly supportive. Yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Game. It's a visual novel, basically. It just uses a very interesting method of having you choose outcomes.
So I got it and I started playing it. I think I'm through 2 days of work.
Okay.
So I'm not.
All right.
I don't feel like I'm too far in, but enough to get a good feel of it.
You're still meeting the characters.
All right. I really like the writing. The writing is done excellently since you are sort of in a box. It's like a bottle. So you only get to experience the outside world through people who come into the bar.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
And I like that aspect of it.
There's a lot of good world building done secondhand in a good way.
Yeah. I like the drink mechanic.
Yeah.
It's good, although it's already starting to feel a little repetitive.
Okay, hold on. Let me blow your mind.
Okay, go for it.
It wasn't until my second playthrough where I learned this. There are keyboard commands for all of the adding drinks and whatnot. Yes, I forget where they are, but they're all bound to actual keys, so you can just sit there and press buttons.
Oh my goodness.
And space bars enter. Yeah, it took me to my second playthrough to figure that out. And that has made the second playthrough way better.
Okay, well, I shall try that.
Yes. But there are keybinds for all of the ingredients for your drinks, and it is it makes things a lot easier.
Pretty awesome.
It makes it a little more relaxing too.
Yeah.
Because since you can't click to add it, you have to click and drag every time.
Yeah, and that gets really old. Especially on a trackpad, which is what I was playing it with.
Yeah, see there. Yeah. But no, there's keyboard shortcuts.
Yeah, the only complaint I would have, and it's not really with the game, it's more with the Steam description, is it's billed as a JRPG, and it is definitely a visual novel.
So Steam tags like those aren't moderated by Steam.
Yeah, well, it wasn't just the tag, it was also the description.
Well, that's what I mean. Those things are just sort of made up by users, so they are vague and usually wrong about stuff.
I see.
So,
okay. That's not against the game. That's not the game's fault.
Yeah. No.
But I did go into it thinking there would be a little more interaction with the game rather than just visual novel.
No, you mix drinks and change lives.
But now that I know that it is definitely a visual novel, it is a lot more intriguing that I don't know that I'm making decisions when I'm making decisions.
I know, right? It's very interesting.
I like that. Because I guess the decision tree is based off drinks and what you buy for your little... The character for her room, I'm guessing?
Yep. Yeah, they're based off of that. Certain triggers, serving people certain drinks. Now, it's not an extraordinarily robust decision tree, but it has to do with how much alcohol you put in certain drinks and how much money you make and whether or not you make everybody the perfect drink at the right time. But some decision trees, you actually have to make the wrong drink for people, so it's very interesting.
Huh. Yeah, I'm playing through it the first time, through 2 days. I don't know how many days there are. I do know that in 2 more in-game days, something will happen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's bad.
It is hinting very strongly that something is going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
have you been reading the in-game 2chan, whatever it's called?
Yes. I can't follow it very well because of the way the comments are all in one vertical line. So they're all justified. So I can't really tell who's talking. But you know, I still read it to try to get like clues and such.
Yeah, I think green text is pro tag.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying your cat? Your cat has opinions about things. Don't forget to read the actual text. Whenever you click on a thread on your phone, make sure you read the actual text box on the screen because your cat might have some input on it.
Yeah, I try to glance over and see what the cat is saying. It actually took me
a while to figure it out.
I think it was after the first day I realized that's the cat talking.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was just like an internal monologue in her head. And I was like, oh no, the cat. That's the cat.
It's pretty good. It's written by some like weeaboo out of South America, I think. I think he's Brazilian. I think is the guy who made it. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. Because their Twitter account has a lot of Portuguese. So, but yeah, no, it's well written. It's got some good jokes. It's got good world building, good references.
What do you have this week?
I watched a terrible, awful show.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah, Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events, which y'all dropped on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask if Netflix the one that did that or Amazon?
Yes. I cannot recommend it. It is awful.
Really? That's unfortunate.
It's terrible. Just terrible.
Can you explain why it's terrible?
Well,
I haven't read the books. So
I mean,
tell me why it's
everything that happens in it is just very depressing and upsetting, and nothing good happens to any of the characters.
So question then.
Yeah.
Is that the intent?
Well, I mean, you're going to ruin my bit if you're going to have me answer that. But no, the show is actually phenomenal. It's really good and very close to the books, but it is awful, no good, and will ruin your evening, whole life, and day.
I've watched some shows like that.
It is co-produced by the actual author and Neil Patrick Harris, and Neil Patrick Harris is really good in it. So
is he the Count?
He is the Count.
Okay.
The two kids are really good. They work well together. Neither of them is sort of the lead. They are definitely partners in it, and it's very good.
Cool.
He uses great big words. If I had one complaint, it's that it can feel a little boring, and that's because every 2 episodes are one book. So it's putting a whole book in 2 hours of television. And what works well in a book doesn't necessarily make for stunning, exciting television.
Right.
But it's still really good.
You have to draw out your narrative some way.
Yeah. So, I mean, sometimes it can feel a little sluggish, but I mean, it's never like bad. It's just a little sluggish.
Cool.
But no, it's actually very, very good, but awful, horrible, no good. And you shouldn't watch it. I would not recommend it.
I will keep that in mind. I have caught more Pokemons.
Oh, excellent. Do you want to talk about Pokemons now, or do you want to save time? Do you want to talk about that next time?
Well, I was thinking next time or this time.
Okay.
I'll let you choose.
It doesn't matter to me.
We can go through the new anime chart now, or we can do it later.
We can do that later.
Okay.
I haven't even looked over it. All I know is I want to watch Little Witch Academia, and I don't think that's on anything. I think it's going to go to Netflix, but I don't know. All I know is Car Ranger is coming to the States. This has officially been announced, and I'm so excited.
Car Ranger?
Car Ranger. So this is the Power Rangers season that's Turbo in the States.
Okay.
Car Ranger is a parody of Super Sentai shows.
Aha.
Saban did not get that memo because they only watch about 2 episodes at a time whenever they're making the show. So Turbo is really terrible, but Car Ranger is just really weird, goofy, and a delight.
Huh.
They get their powers through the car constellations and get car magic.
Okay.
Yes, because they turn into cars. And all the plots are about car and traffic safety. Because the evil people in this one are just a rowdy, greaser gang that destroy planets by riding roughshod all over them. Like a motorcycle gang. So they destroy planets by just
I'm sorry, I'm still hung up on interdimensional car magic.
Yeah, car magic. So
is this Transformers?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, that would be Vampires, a very different but also delightful show.
Ah, okay.
That is 100% existent. I don't care what anyone says. They have some horrible puppet in the Japanese show, but either way, it's finally coming its way to the States, which is nice. Especially after O Ranger, and O Ranger is kind of hit or miss, from what I understand.
I do have one more thing that is, I guess, somewhat interesting.
Sure.
It's really old, but
all right.
It was recommended that I read the Thrawn book series.
Yes, those are supposed to be very, very good.
Have you read them?
I have not read them. I have not.
Okay.
They're supposed to be very, very good. Some of the best the extended universe has to offer.
I mean, even our mother has read them, although she denied it when I went home from Christmas until I went upstairs and found her copy.
Well, maybe she didn't read it. Maybe she just had it.
No, she did read it. She had all three.
Oh. Well, shoot, son.
I know, right?
Why haven't I read those from that?
So I will tell you that if you do decide to get into it, the first half of the first book is pretty dull when they are talking about the New Republic people.
Well, especially since all of that has completely been wiped from canon. So,
well, yeah, I mean, all of this is wiped from canon, but still,
sort of, kind of, not really.
It's divergent, alternate universe, whatever.
Yes,
however you want to keep it straight.
Part of the Legend series. It's part of the Legend series. So,
I mean, I'm able to juggle that in my head, but whatever.
They'll pick and choose from it. Is what they'll
saying
do.
that the characters are pretty dull and boring, especially when you're introduced to Thrawn and you kind of just like, I want to know what this guy's up to because he's pretty cool. Yeah. He knows what's up. But then after the first half, and I'm only about 2/3 of the way through, things start picking up and you meet the old Mara Jade.
Aha! Good old Mara Jade.
Yeah.
She might be back too because she may be raised mammy, but we don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with her. I don't know a whole lot about her except for super spoilers, which I've read somewhere sometime.
They're not really spoilers. I mean, this series is really old, and people know Mara Jade.
I guess
she's a good guy and a bad guy, and then a bad guy, and then a good guy, and then a bad guy, and then a good guy. And then she marries Luke, and then they have a kid, maybe. But
while she's cool in this book so far,
yeah. She's probably a little Mary Sue-y, but then again,
not really Mary Sue-y. She's more the other direction where she hates Luke. That's established pretty early in the book. And then even up to where I am now, where she and Luke are like on the run from the Empire or something.
Yeah.
It's always, how come you hate me? I have a dark secret. Okay,
dark secret
well,
she was like
that's cool. No, don't tell me. I don't actually want to know.
Oh, okay.
I actually want to find that out.
Oh, all right.
Like, I have a vague impression, but I want to read that.
Oh, that's fair.
But yeah, she's always like, I have a dark secret. Well, why don't you just tell me so we could make it? No, it's too dark. You ruined my life.
We have more chapters.
You gave me a dark secret. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, do you need a fainting couch?
Yeah. Oh, well. I don't think that she's been officially revealed as being in the new canon or not, so I don't know.
Well, Thrawn has. I do know that from watching a couple of YouTube channels.
Yes, that was a big announcement a few months ago.
He was in the recent, whatever the cartoon is that ran recently.
He's been in Star Wars Rebels, and they're coming out.
Yeah,
Rebels. And they're coming out with a new book for him as well.
Oh, good. Because he seems like a cool guy.
Yes, he's a very much beloved character. And remember, the Thrawn trilogy is pretty much the first trilogy that extended beyond Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I mean, basically, didn't it keep the franchise alive until the VHS releases in the 90s?
I mean, the extended universe itself sort of did that, but yeah. And there were comic books and all this, but yeah.
Yeah, it's good so far. I'll keep reading it, see what happens.
Well, it's about a year ago now. I read, what's it? The other one, the other real famous one, Shadow of the Empire. It was all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's entertaining. They're pop fantasy, so what do you want from it? It's only going to get so good.
Yeah, I don't expect too much. Just space opera adventures.
Space fantasy with a family of space wizards.
Always.
High drama with a family of space wizards.
I do like space wizards.
I mean, well, Star Wars is what you want then. It's got them there, space wizards.
How would you like a space wizard Cyclops?
Well, he's not really a wizard. He's just king of fighters.
Let's punch him then.
Okay, we can punch him.
So this week on One Punch Man, we open again on the giant purple
spaceship of doom
that has taken out all of City A.
You know, it looks like a giant A-wing, speaking of Star Wars.
Huh. It kind of does.
Like a giant purple A-wing.
With all kinds of blobby bits all over it.
And actual bullet cannons on the bottom.
Yes.
How good do you think those are for space warfare? It might just take them forever to get anywhere.
I mean,
like a couple days. You have to dodge for a couple days.
I suppose.
They would have no air resistance, though. So
they wouldn't. They'd be going as fast as they got fired.
Faster. That's true.
Although the ship would also be going backwards at that point.
Yeah, that fast, yeah. Well, we can assume they have compensators for that. I mean, come on.
I mean, they do have a giant glowy marble of power, so I guess.
Yeah, I mean, one would imagine.
So yeah, we get inside the giant ship, and it turns out Saitama is still wreaking havoc all over the place.
I love the doofy aliens in the show so much.
Aren't they the best?
Other than ones that are like designated to be cool, they all just are just ridiculous looking.
They're all so dopey.
Is it this episode where we get introduced to the gunner and
Yes.
he is the best?
He is the best. I
Gunner
love the
for
gunner.
best alien design ever.
But
Just
bef-
some neat with a couple eye stalks.
But before we get to him, we cut into the throne room and meet our protagonist or antagonist.
Antagonist?
We meet our
Cyclops
antagonist.
Yugioh.
Cyclops Yugioh. Yeah,
That's the name of the episode right there.
well, I had down that he's a Cyclops with Akira Toriyama hair. But yeah, I could see the Yu-Gi-Oh
Cyclops
too.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh makes more
It's
sense.
better when it's a Cyclops Yu-Gi-Oh because his name's actually Yugi. We all know this, but I mean, it's more fun when it's like having a Star Wars.
And he is blue, and he has a big white eye. So
Yeah.
And he was a threat level dragon. Just saying. So yeah, we have the giant Cyclops in armor, and he's got blue skin and black lines all over his face, and
He just looks
Yu-Gi-Oh
cool.
hair.
Cool. Other than the hair. But
He does look cool. I like his character design, except for his eye.
Yeah. Really, I really enjoy his eye.
The only reason I say that is because his eye doesn't really look like an eye. It looks like he has 80s sunglasses that have an eye decal on them.
Okay, I can see that. What I like even better and why this is Cyclops Yu-Gi-Oh because that eye looks like the eye on the Millennium Puzzle. Ooh,
Nice.
deep cuts.
It is.
But from there we cut to a blue tentacled octopus jellyfish thing, squid thing.
Or something. I really like his design. It's very simple
It is,
and very comical because he has the best face.
but they also make him like really hardcore in the scene where he is.
Hardcore.
So that's good. Yeah.
But up until then, he's pretty much comic relief. And he has a very unpronounceable name. Garyu Shoop.
Yeah. Oh, Shoop. That's right.
Shoop.
It's in a Shoop. Like a Shoop da Whoop, etc., etc. They do charge lasers for this episode. Except they're actually just
They're just
bullet
bullets.
guns, but whatever. I think what I like about his design a lot is it very toes that line like the Titans from Attack on Titan, where they're doofy, and that makes them all the scarier when he's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I can see that.
But in this, it's just played 98% for laughs, so
It's all goofs here.
goofs all the way down. I like how he's there's the second strongest on the ship, or third, but he's way up there in the higher echelons of the power structure of the ship. But he's just like some like Weasley middle manager who's really like upset about things and is trying to micromanage all the happenings on the ship.
Well, what's funny is it turns out that the demon guy with all the heads who's down below fighting, he's also on the same level as this dude. So you have to figure that when he's not down on the ground fighting, he's up here doing middle management nonsense too.
Okay, now I love that. Where he's just like a middle mall manager, where he's just like, hey,
He's just pushing papers across his desk all day.
You haven't stocked the cafeteria yet. Could you please get on with that?
See, he's
Pretty
down
good.
there having the time of his life right now.
Who? Oh, what's his name? Multi-headed Clayface.
Yeah, that guy. So Boros comes into the control room where Garyu Shoop is and is like, hey, what's going on? Have you eliminated the intruder yet?
Hey, what's going on? And I said, hey.
Yeah, thanks.
I said, hey.
No.
What's going on? Okay. Fair enough.
And
He is the most powerful man in the universe, so it actually tracks here.
Garyu Shoop is like, yeah, we're trying to track him, but he's giving us some trouble. This intruder bashing up our ship, kicking things and punching stuff.
Instantly murdering every warrior sent to intercept him.
Yeah, we have a problem. Well, says
He's
Boros.
destroyed 23% of the ship. Most of it was the crew quarters.
And Boros is like, well, at least the other guy, the one with the giant hand mouth things.
Glorabos, I believe.
Yeah, he'll get him. It'll be fine. And Garyu Shoop is like,
No,
he's dead already, so...
He was murdered at the end of last episode. He tried to give the preview, but he was already dead.
And Boros is like, wait, what? Is that for real? Huh.
That's probably not the best.
So Octopus Dude is like, I'll just grab the demon guy and have him come back up here and deal with it because this guy seems to be like trouble. And they cut up to a big shot
of Saitama's
of the
face,
monitor,
where he looks like mega trouble.
Yeah, it's like, this is the man that shall bring down our ship and all that is within. It's just this, I wonder where I am right now.
The best is the shot in in Boros's eye.
It's like, I have seen my fate. But it's still this dopey face. So we get back from our op. The news is on. And everyone is talking about the giant thing floating above City A still that has already destroyed the entire place.
Is this where we get the shots of a bunch of past villains just kind of hanging out?
Yeah, we see some old villains from previous episodes doing their chores.
Hammerhead with his family filling out another
application form.
Application for employment. Good for him. Good for Hammerhead.
What I like is that we find out that the doctor dude, what was his name? Genius? He's still alive along with Cyborg Monkey.
Cyborg Gorilla. Yeah,
Cyborg
they're just
Gorilla.
hanging out making some taco.
They are making taco. They even have taco aprons. That's
adorable.
adorable.
Takoyaki, yeah. Because they use that to sort of cut into Shoop. Into Shoop da Whoop. I'm just going to call him Shoop da Whoop. I don't care if that dates me horribly. I'm just going to do it and be done with it.
And we get our one and only shot of Speed of Sound Sonic in this scene.
He tries real hard, doesn't he?
He's polishing his sword and getting very happy, but I don't think we see him again.
Hey, maybe you should not. Did you intend to say it like that?
What'd I say? He's sharpening his blade?
You said he is polishing his sword and getting very happy.
Yeah, I'll leave that in.
Okay, you do you. if that is how you want to describe Speed of Sound Sonic, who is very fast, by the way, then by all means. Did you get that one too? There was another.
I did. Pooty Prisoner seems to.
He probably appreciates this scene very much.
So we cut to the band of S-Class heroes who have signed on to actually deal with the problem. Down below, dealing with
hold on.
What's up?
I was fast forwarding just a smidgen, and there's a sweet picture of Genius in his room, and you have to see something about it. Hold on 2 seconds. Now I want you to look right where it says Dominator of the Universe. Can you see what he's got hanging from his ceiling?
Is that a tiny action figure of the Bug Man?
Yes, it is.
That's
hanging
adorable.
From the ceiling. It's adorable. He likes his creations. He's very proud of it.
That's nice. I like that little touch.
It's very cute.
I like that.
Well done.
So we see that our S-Class heroes are still trying to battle the giant demon guy with, 5 heads?
Yep, Melbargazarg.
Melgazarg?
Something like that.
Melzadurds.
The 5-headed demon dude of death, who is way scarier looking in the manga, because his flesh is way more like veiny and detailed, and he's gross.
That does sound gross. I mean, he's already gross. He doesn't need more gross.
Yeah. No, he doesn't, but he is. Ugh.
I mean, he's got heads popping out of heads.
Yeah, and he's got like 5 rows of teeth layered on top of each other. Ugh. Ugh.
He gets a idea that these S-Class heroes are giving him a little more trouble than he expected, especially since Silverfang is like blocking his punches just with a simple backhand.
Well, that's because Silverfang's awesome.
So he's like, maybe if I contact the ship and have them bombard this area, I can just be done with it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, because he can regenerate through being shot by a million bullets.
Yeah, so he tries to send one of his heads on bat wings up to the ship, but he doesn't get very far since...
No, he gets shonen batted.
Right back to where he started.
Yeah.
So he's having some issues.
Oh, is this like a Power Rangers bat to action?
Wow.
Huh? No? Okay.
The ship is also trying to contact him, because if you remember, they need him back upstairs to deal with this Saitama guy who keeps going around opening doors.
If there is one enemy that might be able to give Saitama just a squidgen of trouble, it would be something where you have to hit him in very specific places. Otherwise, he'll regenerate. Though I guess with Saitama, one punch would probably create a shockwave that would
shatter them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
So.
Yeah, we come up back to the ship, and he's like, Saitama finds another door. He's like, oh man, this one's locked too. What a bummer. And then just pulls the whole wall down.
Well, he's very bummed about it. He's like, oh, I pulled too hard. I broke it. I just wanted to like pull open the door.
I like the face that Shoop da Whoop has as he's watching this on the monitor.
Who is this guy?
He just keeps getting more and more sweat drops.
Who is this idiot?
He is
and why
very
is
concerned.
he killing everyone?
So we come back down to the ground. People are starting to realize that the demon dude has marbles in his head.
Yes. Fascinating, Captain, and logical too.
That may have something to do with the plot here. Maybe.
Can we just talk about how Shonen Bat's like the best out of all this group?
I do like how he is the most no-nonsense, non-political guy here.
Oh, he's great. Oh, yeah.
Because we find out later that everyone else gets really political amongst themselves, but Shonen Bat, he knows what's up.
Shonen Bat is just like a high school mobster and just wants to hit things with a bat.
I
now,
mean,
is this the part where we get? Yeah, it is. Where we get Atomic Samurai's Kohai is still here hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Kohai, not Kohei. Yeah, Kohai is still hanging out here. Being like, hey guys, maybe you've noticed how punching doesn't work. Maybe we should not punch him and like back off and shoot it with a laser. Or
he has no faith.
Something. And all of the S-Class heroes are like, yeah, see, we know how to hit things with bats and what with the punches. So
we're gonna
keep doing this. Atomic Samurais, have you no faith in my swordsmanship? He's like, no, I kind of don't, because it's literally doing nothing.
It's like, I'll show you, I'll do it some more.
This is the definition of insanity. They are trying the same thing over and over again. Though I'm not exactly sure they're expecting different results, so it might be all right.
I think they're okay with the same result. I mean, they are keeping this dude busy, so...
And they're having fun.
Yeah,
so
that's a pretty good deal in and of itself. So everyone gets in on punching this guy all at the same time, and even more marbles start popping out of this guy.
We got back up to Shoop da Whoop, who was like, hey, dude, are you having some trouble down there? Could you, like, hurry it up?
He's like, I'd love to, but I'm having some issues, because these guys are being pretty pesty.
I think he's having the, what's his name? He is the Brute Squad from Princess Bride. Fezzik. He's having some Fezzik problems.
A little bit.
Where, he's used to just taking on whole groups. He's used to taking on one-on-one, and this is a group of guys, so you use different tactics. I think that's maybe his problem.
Yeah, so he's kind of stuck. He's like, so how about you come down here and help me? Or at least bombard my position.
He's like, hey, yeah, well, you have to understand Shoop da Whoop's problem, man. I mean, half the crew's dead. So,
He's like, but you know what? I'll go ahead and try to tell artillery to go ahead and fire on your position, but
I got my own problems. I got this guy up here, and it's very irritating.
He keeps ripping doors off things. Do you realize what kind of cost that will be?
Well, he probably does, because this guy, Belragazard, or whatever his name is probably the ship's accountant, so he probably knows exactly how much it is when he's not, having multiple heads and murdering guys and cutting them in half. That's true. Getting cut in half.
So we come back down to the ground again, and this time Shonen Bat gets a good old whack on Bat Head.
And notices that weird little marble thing.
He's like, I wonder what this does.
Yeah, because every time I blow up this weird, creepy bat, he regenerates, and he starts regenerating around this weird little marble thing. So what is this? And the Bat Head's like, oh, goodness, don't worry about that thing. How about you just give that back to me, and it will be, uh-oh.
He's like, well, I wonder what happens if I hit this with my bat. And it cracks, shatters, and the head shrivels up and dies.
Yeah, the gross guy turns into Silly Putty immediately. He's like, oh, that's gross. But hey, guys, there are marble things in him. Maybe if you hit those things and,
suddenly they are all like, hey, objectives. See, I knew we could just keep hitting this thing.
I knew if we kept hitting it a lot, something would eventually happen.
It's fine.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But he's not concerned because he knows that when all the shells come down and hit them, they will all be destroyed. He will be fine.
He's more upset that his one bat head died. He'd been working on that
for like 100 years.
Yeah.
This guy's real old. Real old. So now we get probably my favorite scene.
We cut to the House of Leaves.
Yes, in this episode where
we have this
giant, like huge interconnected maze of passageways. And you realize this isn't like a circuit diagram. This is the internal hallway map of the ship.
It looks like if you've ever seen those maps of particle accelerators when the particles hit each other, it kind of looks like that.
Yeah, it does. And we zoom in really far. We find that Saitama has come to a Y in the hallway.
road.
He can go left or he can go right. And over the intercom, Shoopy.
No, it's not over the intercom.
Oh, no, it's in his head.
It's in his head because he says so. It's good old Shoop da Whoop's telekinesis, his TPK, right? Whatever it is. PK, there it is. TPK would be a total party kill, which is what Saitama is doing to the ship.
So he hears a voice right inside his head that's telling him, you take one more step, and it's all over for you, buddy. We're going to get you. He's like, okay, that's cool. Even if I wanted to leave, I can't because I'm lost.
I'm lost because it's big and complicated here. And Shoop da Whoop's like, what? Really? You'll just leave if I let you out? Oh, okay. Well, this is simple. Okay, so here's what you want to do. You want to turn to the right here, and there'll be some stairs, and you're going to go down. And Saitama's like, hold up. To the right, you said.
And then he gets the best face.
Yeah. It's to the right. Yeah, go to the right.
Guess I'll go to the left.
Like, guess I'm going to the left, bucko. And he's like,
no,
Shoop.
Okay, don't do that.
Okay. To be fair, that was on me. That was on poor old Shoop da Whoop. I was not quite thinking this through.
I'll come to you. Just stay there. No, don't come through that door.
I just love Saitama's happy face as he's jogging down this hallway.
He's like, hooray!
And he just busts into the room where Shoop da Whoop has been hanging out this whole time.
Troll Saitama is the best Saitama.
You don't see anything at first, and then up from beneath this balcony, up crawls this horrible, like, glistening
thing.
Ugh.
Yeah, so it's just arms, and his face has gone from this really comical face to basically like a demonic version of those little forest things from Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, his eyes and his mouth are all circles, and they're all different sizes, and they're glowing.
He's creepy now.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
he's
boy.
Spoopy. He went from Shoop da Whoop to Shoop the Spoop.
Ooh, I like it.
I'll workshop it. Get back to you.
So he uses his telekinesis to start throwing any kind of rubble at Saitama. He's like, I am going to turn you into blood sausage. He's like, why are you throwing rocks at me?
Like anyone can do that. What a sad use of telekinesis. That might be later, but it doesn't matter. It's still a good line.
It is.
Either way, we get our eye catch, and it's Atomic Samurai
doing his slicing bits.
I like it.
So we come back and we meet our favorite artillery guy.
Oh,
so
he's my favorite.
We've been talking a lot about the artillery guy, and he's
a lot like Newman.
He's a lot like Newman. He's a big pink Newman with blue polka dots and 3 eye stalks, and then just this face. I don't know what it is about this face. Maybe it's the lips.
It's great. It's the lips. 100% in the lips.
He's just so down to earth about what's going on.
Oh, very much so. He just wants to go home. He doesn't want to be a part of this.
I like this because
he doesn't deserve the fate he gets.
I like how this sort of shows you how indirectly how normal life on this ship works and how it's getting all destroyed by Saitama. Because he's like, hey, Shoopy, the thing's ready to fire. Should I just go ahead and fire then? Can I get a confirmation? And he hears silence. He's like, oh, well, maybe you went to the bathroom. Like this giant magical space squid needs to go to the bathroom once in a while.
I like how there's like the 4 strongest guys on the ship, like Boros, Shoop da Whoop, Multi-Head, and Gorobos, and then like all these other aliens are just like dudes.
They're just hanging out.
Like guys.
This is just their job. They're 9 to 5.
They're just here. They're doing them.
Unfortunately for some of them, we cut back upstairs, and Shoopy is trying to tell Saitama how he is going to die. Turns out his telekinesis allows him to manipulate even gravity. So he creates a tiny black hole under Saitama, which crushes all the other crew members in the room.
It crushes all the other crew members down, but not like towards the... It's best not to worry about it too much.
They're dead.
Either way, they're crushed to death.
And Saitama just sort of scratches his head. He's like, is that all you got?
Are you good? What I like about this is it's so strong, and Saitama does like reach up to scratch his cheek like it ain't no thing. It's like, is something happening here? I can't really tell.
So finally, Shoopy has had enough and is like, okay, I'm taking all the rubble that I just created. I am going to accelerate it to light speed, and I'm going to throw it at you.
In a psionic tornado of death.
Whoa. Saitama's like, well, aren't you just throwing pebbles around? I mean, anyone could do that.
Yeah,
like
here,
this. He throws a rock right through his head.
Right through. See, I told you he didn't die in one punch. He died in one rock throw.
Yeah, one shot put.
Oh, there you go.
Now,
that's good. One shoop put.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Oh.
Hmm?
So he wants to know from some guys who somehow didn't get crushed, hey, where's your boss at? Because I would like to get this over with at some
Can you
point.
please describe these guys for me? Because, again, the aliens in this show are awesome.
Yeah, so we have what looks like a cross between a pig and a cat with 3 giant eyes.
Yeah,
and then we
like
have a bunny dog thing.
Yeah.
And they're just sort of hiding under a console.
They're aliens.
Yeah.
It's what aliens look like.
They're silly. So cut back down to the ground. And Child Emperor, who apparently has a giant mech in his backpack,
yeah,
are assessing the situation. And it turns out that the artillery is about ready to fire again.
Shoop da Whoop is, in fact, charging his laser.
Well, he was. He's dead.
His
now.
bullets. He's charging his bullets.
And soon, everything will be the worst. HQ knows this too and is advising everybody to take cover because it's going to get real pretty soon.
As if it hadn't already.
But fear not, other people left on the ground who haven't been rescued yet.
They have the hero that they deserve, Moomin Rider.
Best hero.
But yeah, we cut back to Newman. And he's like, oh, okay, well, Shoop da Whoop's not getting back to me, so I should probably go fire down on those bad guys that 5-headed dude wanted me to fight. So I'll go look for where they're at so I can shoot these things at them. Meanwhile, Puri Prisoner is crushing one of the marbles between his teeth, melting another head, leaving Melazar with just 2.
They are down with 2 heads, and we cut back up to Newman. He's like, there they are. All right, commencing bombardment. Boop goes the button.
It's just a giant button. It's not even red. It's just this big circular button.
Goes,
That's all it is. No 2 keys. No matrix clicky clacking on a keyboard. Just one big friendly button.
Yep. Boop. And here come all the bullets. What's going on? And then Tako shows up.
Oh yes, our other Tako. Oh good. I chose a good name for this episode. I'd forgotten that she also looks like an octopus. Oh, yes, this has worked out well.
But yeah, Tornado shows up and stops all the bullets all at once with her psychic powers. And she turns all the bullets upside down and fires them right back up at the ship.
With the flick of a wrist, and it's really great.
I do like how
Tornado
they did the little detail of having all of them spin up first.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
I liked that.
You spin up and bajoop.
So she fires them back up, and now the ship is in big trouble. And poor artillery guy's like, what's going on? All I did is push this button. I want to go home.
Were the rockets set to reverse? Do they have a reverse? Can I just go home, please?
This isn't supposed to be happening.
His eyes are fine, but his eye sock eyes are all like bloodshot and worried. It's very good.
He's not having a good day all of a sudden. It was totally normal, and now it's not.
Well, he's realized that things have not gone as well as he thought they were going.
So we cut back down, and we find out that Moomin Rider, Lightning Max, and Bellsprout, I don't remember his real name. Stinger.
His name is Stinger. I like Bellsprout, though, like he's a Pokemon. Very different. One's a weird pitcher plant. The other one has he has
a bamboo shoot that sprouts. But they're out. They're still going to go out and find more people to rescue, even though the danger is imminent, and who knows what could happen next.
In the meantime, they've discovered that they haven't used enough of their budget, so we have a sweet, tentacle running scene with Mel Garbazar, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, and Silverfang and Puri Prisoner.
No, the best is shown in Bat, riding along, the tentacles with his
you always have to have one of those in an
sweet.
Action show.
I know, but it's very good.
But usually it's with a sword, not a bat. I do like that turn.
Exactly, that's what makes it. It's an aluminum bat instead.
But unfortunately, Silverfang gets it right in the gut.
Right after destroying another marble.
Yep.
But yeah, he takes it hard. Now remember, just a flick of this guy's wrist was enough to knock off Kohai's arm.
Yeah. So Silverfang has now embedded himself into a big concrete block.
After flying through about 3 others. So, that's not good.
Yeah, he may be down for the count.
Yeah, then Mel Garbazar or whatever is like, oh, wait, you guys just die if I hit you? Well then, I've been playing this all wrong. Instead of worrying about defense, I should just go on defense and not care if I get jacked up a little bit.
On offense?
Yeah. Is that not what I said?
No, you said defense again.
I said defense twice?
You did.
Well, everyone knows the best offense is a good defense.
Good point.
Defenses win Super Bowls, okay?
True. So we cut back up to the ship, and Saitama has finally found the boss, Boros.
Good for him.
And he bursts in through the door, all cool like. And Boros is like, finally, this planet's finest warrior. He has no limit to his energy.
Can we just talk about the run animation of Saitama running in here with all of its squash and stretch? It's very, very good.
It is quite different from his normal run style.
Yeah, there's a lot of good squash and stretch going on here, and it's looking great.
Cyclops gives his big speech about who he is. He leads a pirate band known as Dark Matter. He's been traveling through the universe, dominating everything. And of course, his name is Boros.
Which is a red-white clan from the plane of Ravnica.
Thank you.
BT dubs. It's important.
And Saitama's like, well, then I am a hero for fun. I'm a professional hero. I have a license and everything.
No longer my hobby. I've now gone pro. See, that joke works even better when it's actually like he's saying that it's his hobby, because this is what he's been saying this whole time.
Yeah. So it turns out that this guy was given a prophecy by somebody at some point.
Basically, it looks like that other Baba, but a Cthulhu instead of an old lady.
And he said that, he'd gotten too strong. One day I would find on a faraway planet a being who exists that is his match, and that would rekindle his passion for battle, because I'm so bored. I'm so bored with life.
He has the Saitama problem. Like, you feel kind of sorry for him because you know how Saitama feels.
A little bit, but he did just blow up
so
everything.
bored.
And he does. I do like the fact that he assumes that Saitama's been like messing around the whole ship, just trying to distract Boros from actually finding out who he is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
It's like, okay. And so Saitama just punches him. He's like, are you stupid? You can't just go around blowing up other people's planets just to
don't do that.
Make your life better. Even telemarketers don't sink that low. And guess what?
He survives the one punch.
His armor doesn't, but he does.
Sorta. He had a one punch proof armor. His armor could absorb one punch. He has damage resistance one punch once.
But it turns out that this armor holds in his indescribable power. And now that it's broken, his immense destructive energy will be unleashed upon this planet. And we cut over to Saitama, who's like, oh, okay.
Well, that's probably not good.
That's cool.
That's bad.
I don't know if he's thinking that's bad or he's just like, okay. Sure.
Soka.
Why not?
Because Boros like bulges up much like King Kabuto or whatever his name was. Carnage Kabuto did. And this is where you get that gif of that sweet reaction shot of Saitama just looking normal while all sorts of terrible is happening in front of him. And then we go to Seizure Town.
Oh my goodness. Look at this
Population
guy.
Boros.
Yeah, all those black lines on his face, they're really like cracks in his skin. And now they are just whipping up a disco. So many colors, so much LSD, and a lot of seizures. And with that, we get our ending. And unfortunately, we don't get anything cool after the break. We just get the title card for next time.
Well, they shoved all their cool into the actual episode. Yeah. So
the strongest hero.
I bet it's Boros. Is Boros the strongest hero?
I don't think he's a hero. So probably not. It's probably Tornado, if I had to guess.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right there.
So what was your best of this episode?
Oh, best of the episode. All of Saitama's faces. Either that or every time Shonen Bat is on screen.
You should go with Shonen Bat. I like
okay,
Shonen Bat.
Well, Shonen Bat's going to be MVP, so.
Okay. Mine was just the overall animation of the episode, but like you, I really like the juxtaposition between the pro anime style and the one style, because now it is just really stark.
They use it really well, it's true.
I like how they use it sparsely, but when they use it, it is gold. And I love every time it shows up. What was your worst?
Worst. Sort of the middle drug a bit. There's no real reason to cut back between like Moomin Rider saving those people and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sort of breaks up the episode in an awkward way, or having the beat of, oh no, they're gonna shoot everybody and everybody's gonna die. Oh, everybody run for cover. Oh, no, Tornado just stopped it. And it would be one thing if that threat had been sort of drawn out over the whole episode, so it was a ticking clock, but it was literally in like one scene cut, Tornado saves everyone.
That's fair. Yeah. My worst was the demon guy is just really grotesque.
He's
just
gross.
Overly grotesque. Although I feel a little better about it now that you told me that in the manga he's even worse.
He's grosser. Yeah, he's pretty gross. He's gross with a little Earth W. Gross.
Who do you have for MVP? I think you already said
MVP is either going to be Shonen Bat or Newman.
Newman's
a good argument
choice.
Could be made for Newman.
I mean, he is doing his job to the best of his ability.
Yeah, I think I have to go with Shonen Bat. I mean, he's the one who discovered the weakness.
It's not a bad choice.
Of the...
he did run along that tentacle.
Yeah, and he discovered the weakness of the whole thing. So
good for him. My MVP is Silver Fang, actually.
Oh, why Silver Fang? He did take one for the team.
He took one for the team. He laid it all on the line. And of all of them, he blocked a full-on punch from that dude with just a backhand.
Well, because he's good at the style of flowing water, right? Like he can sort of... He zags when others zags. He uses their own strength against them.
He's a very strong hero, perhaps the strongest.
No, he's not. It's Saitama.
So next week, the strongest hero and the finale of this season of One Punch Man. Till next time.
Till next time, may all your punches be one. Or something else pithy.
No, that's good. Hey guys, thanks for listening. If you'd like to get in touch with us to leave comments or suggest future silly topics, you can contact us on Facebook or Twitter at Aniki Podcast. Or if you'd like to know more about the show and hear past episodes, check out our website at aniki.fm. See you next time on Aniki.